All right, shalom, and good afternoon, boys. Here. All right, well, it's been a beautiful day. Uh, Put in some major work. As you see, this is a working man's hands right here. Put in that work. But I tell you, the body feels exhausted. The bones are hurting, but the spirit is good. And let me tell you, when you are truly blessed in the labor of your hands, that's exactly how you're going to feel. Ask any man, any hard-working man of y'all, how does he feel in his body versus how he feels in his spirit, and he'll tell you the exact same thing. Because when you put in that work and you can see the increase from your hands, and you get the increase from the labor of your hands, it's a feeling like it's a good feeling. It's a blessed feeling. And it's interesting because even though the body is aching, back aching, legs aching, shins aching, arms aching, neck aching, feet aching, but you feel good spiritually. And few people will ever understand, how that feels. But, what I wanted to talk about is something that, people just don't understand. And we be trying to put people on to the game in terms of how this system works. But few people want to apply the knowledge so that it benefits themselves. People today, they want a handout. They don't want to put in any work. They expect something for nothing. This is the average entitled sentiment, the sentiment of the average American that is entitled and wants somebody to give them something for nothing simply because they exist. And we're finding out more and more that the world does not work that way. There's a reckoning coming. There's a reckoning that is already taking place in the lives of many people today. And that reckoning is coming in the form of a loss of job, loss of health, loss of family due to economic issues, loss of homes, and now folks are homeless. This is the reckoning. This is how it looks. People living below, more and more people living below the poverty line. This is the reckoning. And so if you want to save yourself from that reckoning, you're going to have to change your mind, change the way you view things, because the way in which we've been trained to view things in this country have been flat out lies. They've been false. So we're going to have to retool our minds. And getting back to why I wanted to do this video, three minutes in, is the need and the understanding of purchasing farmland, tillable farmland, and why we say it starts at 5. 5 is due to this, you get 5 acres, and the theory is, the proven theory is, the fact is that there's enough land for you to maintain a full complement of whether it be cows or sheep or goats or a combination of those things, as well as grow a nice garden and provide and live in enough area to live for several families as your family grows. But there's also economic reasons in terms of your relationship with government. And let me tell you why. There's something called farm subsidies and benefits that farmers, people that grow food in this country, people that raise cattle in this country, people that maintain land in this country, and that own land, have access to. I tell you, dozens of subsidies, government subsidies that are available as a direct result of being on farmland, tillable acreage from the government. They will give you free money and free resources. There are dozens of government subsidies that are available for people who own this land. I'll give you a couple of examples. Being that we are not a part of we're not W-2 employees. That's why they call it the non-farm payroll report, because farmers are not included in the payroll numbers. Makes sense. They're farming. We're raising sheep. We're raising food. We're tending the land. We don't have time to get a 9-to-5 job. That's what we do. That's our 9-to-5 job. So, things like a greenhouse. They have a program where, provided that you fit into this criteria, you can get a greenhouse for free. The greenhouse that we got on the land is 30, I think it's like 96 by 30, something like that. That is a huge greenhouse to be able to grow food in. Not only do we do that, we can do pretty much anything in it at this point in time, due to the fact that they give you stipulations in the first like 2 or 3 years you can't grow anything and raised beds, but then after that you can do whatever you want with it. There's several things that I haven't even, the interesting thing about it is that we have not even really been using the greenhouse other than storage. And the sheep will go in there and eat up all of the grass, whatever, the weeds, so it always stays cleared out because it's in the field. But, we haven't even begun to use that thing yet. But these are one of the subsidies, and that was $25,000. And being in, but that year, we didn't file a tax return. We didn't need to, as most years. Because we're not W-2 employees. So, there are benefits, medical benefits. You can get subsidies for, let's say, you have a waterway or something on your land. They'll give you money to set aside a piece of your property to make sure that they're dealing with anti-erosion, things of all sorts of programs like that. The tax deduction benefits, the tax exemption benefits. When I go into Tractor Supply, they give you a number where you could be tax exempt from certain purchases. These are all things that are available, and many, many more that you have access to, provided that you own a certain. It has to be tillable acreage. It has to be designated farmland, and they give you a farm ID. I don't know what the number is. I haven't checked it. It's like a 6 or 7 digit number. It's just a farm ID assigned to your plot of land, because they know you got property. But these are the benefits that you can take advantage of. The majority of farmers, they're truly in a situation where the net resources are going towards them. So they get more out of the system than they're giving to the system. Well, of course, they're giving to the system in the form of their grain and their increase, and that goes into GDP. that goes into production, it makes the United States look good. Because they keep stats of all of this grain and all this corn and all this wheat and all this cattle. All that stuff is reported in. And that's where they get it, from the farmer. So there's the symbiotic relationship, just like big tech and government is big pharma and farming and government. And like that, they getting all these subsidies, all these bailouts. So are farmers. So, these are the benefits. No strings attached for the most part that you can get. Anything that I can get from the government, no strings attached. Because I always ask for, what's the strings attached? I listen to the terms and conditions. All right, I can meet that. I can meet that. I can meet that. Fine. Come on, give me that. So these are the benefits. These are the benefits of owning farmland. There's brothers out there that is selling farmland. Well, no, they selling plots of land. You want some farmland. Plots of land is good as well, but you want some farmland. That's my recommendation, because that's what I myself have done, and I'm reaping the benefits of it. Let me tell you, it's a blessed life, but you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be willing to get them hands dirty. It's amazing. I saw this post. I meant to repost it, but Facebook done there and blocked me. I've been putting all this content up. But they restricted my access and everything. But I saw a post that said the most least respected professions, and it was like electrician, carpenter, it was all these, truck driver, and then it says, who do people look up to? Social media influencers, all these different people. And then it says, who keeps society running? And it was the same people, the carpenters, the electricians, the truck drivers, the people who operate the nuclear facilities, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, the critical infrastructure, the things that keep society running. Because if not, it'll just fall all apart. This is why I say, real skills, because you're always going to be in need. I don't give a damn what people think about, these gods, these people that don't produce nothing but front. It's sad, but that's where we at. But I'm not ashamed about what I do. I was in corporate, now I'm out here laboring with my hands. And let me tell you, I choose this over that any day.